Can a 517 horsepower electric Porsche work as the only car in your driveway? Not the weekend car, the only car. The Taycan 4S Cross Turismo at the Salzburg Motor Show costs 158,000 euros in this specification. By the end of this walk-around, you'll know whether the Cross Turismo body earns that figure. In Vulkangraumetallic, the Cross Turismo reads differently to the Taycan sedan beside it. The roofline extends past the rear seats and drops into a full-width tailgate. That single line is the design decision this car is built around. Everything below it is Taycan. Low, wide, with 20 millimeters of extra ground clearance over the sedan that nobody will spot without measuring. The full-width rear light bar ties the back end together and makes the proportions read wider than they are. I've walked past 3 Taycan sedans at shows this year without slowing down. This one made me stop. The extended roofline turns a sports sedan silhouette into something that looks like it has a genuine daily purpose. The 47 extra millimeters of rear headroom and what you feel when you sit up front are where this body shape earns or loses its case. That is next. The black smooth leather wraps the dashboard and door panels cleanly and without interruption. Up front, the curved digital instrument cluster sits behind a flat-bottom steering wheel, and the driving position puts you low enough that the car feels designed around the person in the seat rather than around the batteries underneath. The 10.9-inch touchscreen is crisp and responsive. Below it, the climate controls are touch-sensitive rather than physical. That is the honest negative. It works better than it did on the previous generation, and most drivers will accept it within a week. But a dial would be faster with your eyes on the road, and at 158,000 euros, I am not going to pretend that doesn't matter. In the second row, the Cross Turismo adds those 47 millimeters of headroom over the standard Taycan sedan. That figure sounds small until you sit behind the front seats and realize you are not ducking under the roofline. Legroom is adequate rather than generous, with sculpted foot garages underneath the battery floor that help more than you would expect. This is a 4-seat car first. The optional 5th middle seat exists on the configurator. In practice, it is a position for someone who does not mind being an afterthought. What stays with you after spending time inside is that nothing feels like it was designed to a price point and then adjusted upward for the badge. The leather is consistent across every surface you touch, not just the ones at eye level. Panel gaps are tight enough that you stop checking them. The ambient lighting is restrained rather than theatrical. There is weight to every switch and a solidity to every surface that you feel before you consciously register it. I have sat in interiors at this price from other manufacturers where something always pulls you out of the experience. A material that does not match, a piece of trim that flexes under your hand, a screen surround that catches light the wrong way. This one does not do that. Whether that level of consistency is visible in a photograph is debatable. Whether you feel it the moment you sit down is not. 446 liters behind the rear seats, around 15.8 cubic feet. Fold the 60-40 split and that opens to 1,212 liters. An 84-liter frunk under the bonnet holds the charging cable. The hatchback tailgate is the practical reason the Cross Turismo exists. The sedan's boot lid was the compromise everyone accepted. This tailgate removes it, and how fast the battery underneath recovers is the detail that makes all of this work as a daily proposition. That is coming up. 517 horsepower from 2 electric motors. 710 Newton-meters of torque through all 4 wheels via a single-speed front gearbox and a 2-speed rear. 3.8 seconds to 100 kilometers per hour, around 3.6 seconds to 60 miles per hour. Those numbers are supercar adjacent in a car with a hatchback and room for 4. Over 500 kilometers of WLTP range, around 310 miles. 320 kilowatt peak charging means 10 to 80% in 18 minutes. A coffee stop. The charging disappears into the routine, which is the only outcome that makes a car at this price work as someone's daily transport. 158,799 euros as configured here in Salzburg. The Panamera Sport Turismo is the natural cross shop. Bigger cabin, hybrid powertrain, a name that has been doing this job for longer. Those are real advantages for the buyer who is not ready to commit fully to electric. But the Taycan charges in 18 minutes, costs considerably less to run, and in Cross Turismo form gives up less practicality than most people assume. Whether one car can replace 2 used to have an obvious answer. After sitting in this one, I think it can. Whether that is your conclusion is the decision, but the evidence is harder to argue with than I expected. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions. I read every single one. And don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified about my next upload. See you in the next video.